What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 2 on the cards for us. It's RAkaze's pick of Ancients, as they've already taken WUgaSs's pick of Nuke. So for them, things are looking good. But a little bit of an unconvincing finish on RAKaze, and uncharacteristic from them as well. How do things pan out towards the T side? It was hectic, Alan. It's one way to put it in towards map 1.
Yeah, and that's the frightening thing. We're still on the T side. They're still on the T side. We still need to see them on the offense. And as good as they were for a massive chunk of that first map, we still need to see a tiny bit more, but this is their map pick. Land's getting aggressive, instant traded, has information, but he falls by the wayside. Gas just about wins that duel, but this has got hectic. And look at Kaze. Look at the monstrous space he's taken. It's a shame he's losing his teammate, because Kaze has the entire A-bomb site.
I mean, the Raf here, if he can find a bit of success, it might find something, but no, spotted out. They knew in towards Temple. And making his hold and wait. Wings up, don't need to end. Hang on a second. No way, not like this.
Surely not. Surely not. Thank God. I mean, well, that would have been head in hands for the WUgaSs guys if Advent just walks in, decapitates 2 players immediately on the cross, and they win it from there. That was frightening. That was, whew. Well, where Adam didn't win the round. But if you wanted a taste of what's to come, they've got me interested, I'll put it that way. What was that?
A double. Double from Advent, and you're thinking, okay, hang on a second, maybe they've cracked open something, and not they WUgaSs full by for them. I think in it towards the second round, not they look to try and find a bomb plot if they can, and Jam Young's taking a lot of damage. Hang on a second, Land's the first to fall. This has already been way more expensive than it should be, but it's seen off. Bit of a meat grind in towards mid. But 2 kills, they're not going to complain.
They'll take that. They'll take that. This is the real investment. This is what we're here for. And it's not really a bonus from WUgaSs. 1 MP9 in the mix. That's on bingo, but map like Ancient, I'm sure you can find, a good position to make use of that close range advantages the gun provides. We'll see where he chooses to go in the end. But yes, indeed. We're looking at Adam. I've seen them play a fair amount of Ancient. They love this map. They've got so many options. And I'm just intrigued to see what they come out with. It's WUgaSs though, the first on the aggression. This is a scary place to be, but all the kills are going elsewhere. WUgaSs have this control out of Jaguar, but they've got nothing else to speak of. They've lost the entire map. They've lost both bomb sites. This is madness.
This is a great call as well from RAkaze. Just pumping the brakes a little bit, waiting for the mistakes. Mosey will fall. The bomb will go down, planted by Advent. No ability to spam here for Child King. It's himself and Lan hold and wait. Jam Young, all he does is exactly the same. Hold, wait, park up, bait the attention away. Lan's expecting a flank. He knows there's one in rotation, but where is he? When is he coming? And Lan will turn his back. That could open up opportunities for Jam Young, and things could start to pan in their favor. Yes, he's still holding, but timing works so perfectly for him as Mercury will step up to the plate. Child King to fall. Jam Young drops, but Lan, he's hightailing it. Getting out of dodge, keeping an AK ticking over. Wants nothing to do with it as RAkaze find their first round.
Looking clean. Mercury, a great entry kill. Another kill found into the mid. That was nice. That was nice, and it was WUgaSs trying to be the proactive team. They were the one trying to get aggressive themselves, and they're just losing all the numbers by the wayside. And as you mentioned, Adam were just so confident once they got the B-bomb site to take that back lane control. Yes, they had a player lurking out A, but that's fine. He's going to grab information. He's going to slow some rotates. It's not a big deal if that guy goes down. And honestly, they make it look easy towards the end. So that was good. We'd, of course, like to see more. And, wow. Already WUgaSs struggling for cash. Those saved AKs are nice to have in the mix. But aside from that, it's not looking amazing. I think they were considering some aggression on the ramp side, but they think better of it. Retreating after being mowed down last time.
Yeah, smart. It is. Mixed buy for WUgaSs. For one in which, I'm not going to count them out. We've seen buys like this somehow work wonders. Towards mid, messy, but Jamyong will clean it up. Land to fall. Here's the open, and one of those rifles dropped already. Needs to be scooped back up, but it will do. And Jamyong, he's now stuck between a rock and a hard place. I mean, getting out of here is more or less impossible. Yuta will come through, and yeah, surely he's going to fall off the swing. Molly opponent to a Chris, 4 versus 4. We're back to sort of square one, but there is space for them to work with. Mercury in towards excavation. Mosea out on towards A as well, forcing a bit of an agenda there, but from behind, the MP9 will drop him.
It's unfortunate. They thought they had the gap, seeing so many players in mid. But Donut, it's so easy to pivot from that position. That's off the side itself. Mercury peeks, finds the first. Head removed. He's getting gun back out though for this one as Bingo sits in the smoke. Of course, claims the advantage as that one fades. And now it's just so difficult. You've got to find a fight. You've got to win a duel if you're Adam. And this one matters a lot. Advent off angle, frag found 2-on-2, and suddenly Jeopardy is inserted into this one. It's just Bingo, 15 HP. There is a kill on the ground, but it's not gonna matter. Oh no, that's one of those rounds where it looks so good for Wings Up for so much of it, and they just can't convert. Where Adam, even when they stumble, they're so confident in these late rounds. They're so good at finding the fights and playing off each other.
Yeah, when you're looking as well at someone to step up to the plate, Atom, you look towards the experience. It's RAkaze again. No issues for him at all. Played it to perfection. That 1 versus 2 really worked well for him. Great off angle. Works wonders. Atom tying this game back up. And most importantly, breaking that economy of Wings Up. They are down to, well, nothing. Land's got a deagle, and that's just about it. Bingo as well, one of his own, but I can't really expect too much of them. Bit of a love tap in towards Donut. A healthy nade to follow suit as well, but it won't quite find the distance or the damage. This shouldn't be too much of a problem. The one time we saw Atom crumble against pistols over towards ramp on nuke, and that's just because they, flew the way in towards B. They set the tempo at a high pace and it bit them in the back a little bit. This time, more methodical of an approach.
You can't blame Wings Up for trying to stack, trying to do something on these pistols. It's just unfortunate that, well, they're in the wrong place. Adam getting ready for their dry run of this site take. There's not going to be any resistance. Here come the smokes. And Wings Up need to decide. Are the deagles worth saving? Probably not. So why not try and find a few frags? I like to see them just group up and honestly just send it against one player and try and at least get a kill.
Bingo. Couple of taps and towards common angles. Not finding too much though. He's still hoping for a little bit of comfort to work with, but I don't think he'll be given too much for his worth as he will fall. Bingo dropped. I mean, yes, these pistols, they may as well send in. They could have a buy towards the next anyway. Try and make it expensive would be nice. Actually, potentially, walking away with a couple of kills. Just the one for now. Maybe the bomb might do a little bit more on exits. It's Atom reclaiming, restaking a lead at 3-2. And Lan, unfortunately, can't quite confirm that second kill. 4 men live both sides. But Atom will take a lead.
Okay. Starting to get their teeth into this T side. And of course, coming off the back of Nuke, any criticisms were that Adam looked a little bit shaky. This has looked so much more composed. I almost wonder if losing a few of those rounds in a bad fashion on Nuke kind of, woke them up, alerted them that, we might be the advantage team here. We might be playing some really great Counter-Strike, but if we make mistakes, there's players on the team that can punish us. And that's been the difference so far in these rounds is it's been hard to see the errors. They've just been so composed, so calm. And yeah, I'm feeling good about them right now. Wings Up need to do something to shift my mentality the other way.
No, I couldn't agree more. I think for Wings Up, it's never been fully convincing. Even towards Nuke, when they had that long reign of round under their belt, it was like 6-7 in a row, and you're thinking, okay, there's something here. You never really ever feel convinced about this side just because it's been sporadic. Slight flash in the pan moments from them. In towards mid. Great swing there from Gas. Jamyong will fall. It's a bit of a brilliant entry and a lot of space created in towards mid.
Yeah, I wonder if Jamyong misses smoke. He always defaults out. And here's the reaction. They've seen presence in mid and they're saying, let's take them some space on B. Bingo tucks in towards Ninja. Not going to get checked. Thankfully, Child King is also around. And with 3 in attendance. Coming out of 1 choke point with no nades is never going to end well. And this round has ended before it's even started. RAkaze would be wise to try and hold on to this AWP. But I don't think Gas is going to let him. Makes his way into the cave. unspotted for now. But he's absolutely enveloped. Completely surrounded. Game is given up, and now WUgaSsS is here to finish. Down he goes. No save. And potentially no up in the following. So, RAkaze, first sign of weakness. And, yeah, dealing with Jamyung in mid is going to help a lot. If WUgaSsS can keep doing that, it'll make a massive difference.
No, agreed. Great mid control, and with Jamyung falling early doors, it really opened things up. I think for RAkaze, you can even see a little bit for them. They kind of were a bit dazed and confused about how do we kind of get back into this round. Now we're at that numbers disadvantage, and things start to crumble a little bit. Not to be, and WUgaSsS better, more convincing than what we saw in the early part of Nuke, to say the very least, where they're at least looking competitive. Better control. Great tempo setting, swinging out towards A, nade in hand, flying. That's a mistake that's so costly, but RAkaze will punish. Oh. And Jamyung lights up WUgaSsS in response.
It's the moment we insert any doubt that RAkaze are monsters. They just come out with a round like this where they keep it simple, they go in together, and they make it look easy. Easy. Clean entries, clean frags. Roll onto that bomb site, and there's no resistance. Wow. That's a statement. Up to 4 rounds. Money's not amazing for WUgaSsS. I guess they'll be able to get a buy with these saves. But being on the CT side of a map as dominant as Ancient can be, I'm getting a little bit nervous. We're still very early into this map.
Yes.
But I'm getting nervous.
Honestly, I think, you know, I was saying with Nuke, 6 rounds on T-side, I've seen a lot of teams make that work wonderful for them. I don't even think 5 rounds on T-side is too bad for most sides and most statistics as well. I don't think it's too shabby for RAkaze. The fact that they're already up to 4 and making it look relatively competitive in a map which shouldn't be because of how one-sided it is statistically speaking, especially at that pro level. Already, you do get a little bit cautious. I know it's even in terms of scoreline. You just got to always remember in your head, for those at home, this is the most CT-sided map in the pool at the moment, statistically speaking. I don't know how things will pan out when Anubis is fully integrated and all the rest, but as things stand right now, this is a very good showing for RAkaze, and they have no complaints. In towards mid, Flash will come through. We'll catch one, but Mercury for him, waiting for mistakes in towards Excavation.
A lot of util expended by WUgaSsS, but they haven't truly got a lot out of it. I guess they know that nobody's out mid, but apart from that, they've dumped a heap of nades, and a lot of a result is going to be a set play from RAkaze, and they're R3 in defense. Bingo can't get anything done, though. Lan doesn't connect, and now there's players in the back lines. Look at this. Jamyung's in behind, and it crumbles immediately. There's still Child King in towards the cave position, but he's between a rock and a hard place. There's 2 players either side. I don't see how he escapes. The only way out of this is headshots. Hosea is looking the other way. But even with that frag, they're not going to attempt this retake. They're out of here. And RAkaze, they're undeniable. They're undeniable. They went into 3 players there. They were just so clean on the execution that it didn't matter. Red carpet onto the bomb site, and they are swimming pretty right now. This is great CS.
It is. For WUgaSsS flying, keep on what you got. Tucked one in towards Donut, one in towards Main, hoping to catch someone on rotation. RAkaze, good call as well to go for a little bit of a hunt. If they can make it even more expensive, but even more problematic. There's 5 rounds on T side. It's already looking like we could see a pretty one-sided affair in this first half. I mean, if RAkaze even get close to seeing out a lead at the halfway mark, this game's got no legs behind it, especially if you are WUgaSsS. Worrying signs. Very, very worrying so far. And while, yes, it is still early doors, you do feel concerned for them, for WUgaSsS. There was moments of brilliance in the latter stages. Their CT of Nuke looked relatively convincing for the most part, but unfortunately, not being the same heading in towards Ancient, this could really come back to bite them, and a lot less mid-control taken this time.
Where are these rifles? WUgaSsS is in the red room. Back in mid. Flying in towards Jaguar. Lan given the slightest chance. A little bit of damage, but not too much. And yeah, we're looking at these rifles and saying we need to win a duel immediately. We have to find a chance. WUgaSsS, does he know? He's looking right at the corner. Oh, this fight is surely their only chance. Flying gets 1, and there's no trade potential. Wow, okay, game on. If WUgaSsS finds this kill, WUgaSsS are in a great spot.
Does he know? I don't think he does somehow. And it nearly goes back to bite him. Jamyung taking a fight there. Bit of damage. Bit of information, but that's about it. Re-smoking towards front mid off the back of Jam Young. Potentially actually miss-smoke there, in fact. But a fall away nonetheless. Over towards Donut. Looking at double stack as well, but a good rotation call being made by Wings Up. This slightly lesser buy has a bit of foundations to it, or so I say. Mosaic will step up, and with gas falling as well, bomb should go down, no bother.
Flying's found a gap. Flying's found a gap. They don't know about him. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's
The less is said about that, the better. That is heartbreak. I mean, oh, it is a piece of luck that he gets the opportunity, but I hate to beat them when they're down. Wow, that is salt in, that's a kilogram of salt in the wounds. That is going to hurt.
Great opportunity, and unfortunately, the execution was just not good enough. You really do feel for him as well. Less said the better, safe to say. But a lot to be said about RAkaze. Once fourth, their T side continues to impress, continues to be so comfortable right now. And you look towards Wings Up in terms of how can they get back in this. When they step the tempo in towards mid, that's when I've seen some of their best work. And the decision there to not really take any presence, any facing towards mid came back to cost them, because RAkaze, great split call towards the A side. And work wonders. Much better now, though, as Gas taking all the control off the back of his utility, forces RAkaze to pump the brakes.
Adam have loved this A-bomb site, and they're coming back for more. Flying. Massively isolated. No teammates even in the same postcode, and there's nobody to help. He was on his lonesome, and he had to find at least a kill, probably two. And I think if I'm Wings Up, I'm pulling the ripcord. I'm saving. This surely is not on this retake. There's no kits. We've got one smoke. We've got a flanking Mosaic coming in behind. This would take a miracle.
Yeah, finding one of them in flank. That's huge. I think, yeah, like you said, now it's done, surely. They're starting to crumble. Drop like dominoes one by one. Bingo. He's made a double. Wait, no shot. Gas is finally get one more. His legs behind this. I mean, still, bomb's so far gone. And no kit in hand. In fact, actually, no, nothing to be done here. RAkaze will see it off. Gas will save with M4A1S. But, I mean, credit to them, at least making it expensive when it really didn't look like there's anything behind it.
In one sense, yeah. But I think you need to still look at it objectively and say, we could have had another buy in the next.
Yes, yeah.
And we've just given that away against a T side that doesn't not going to have economic woes. They've got so much cash. They've won so many rounds. It's, yeah. It looks good, but it hurts down the line. Jane would be rolling in his grave if he saw that one. He would not approve. That is not a James certified retake.
4-round lead as well built up for RAkaze. And I said, you know, there's a possibility of them going in towards that second half of a lead on T side. You're thinking surely this map, this series, get in the water, step up the tempo now as well. They're flying out towards B, and it works wonders for a first. Quick trade will come through, but I've been more of his own. Chalky can only find one more. He himself is traded. It's messy. It's chaotic out towards the B site. But the bomb will go down in a 3 versus 2.
If we've learned anything about RAkaze, he is not scared to call essentially a straight up rush into pistols.
Yeah.
It's I almost admire it. I almost admire just saying, you know, screw the slow rounds. Screw allowing them to find a gap. Let's just go with all the numbers. Of course, ramp on nuke didn't go brilliantly, but this time, I mean, it's not clean, but it's going better. He's just flying. He hasn't got a kit. He hasn't got time. Best case scenario is a gun gets blown his direction. I guess he'll stick around hoping that's the case. Not even looking that way. There you go then. 8 rounds. They've already won the half. And anything from here is just a bonus. This is brilliant T-side from RAkaze. Completely different from Nuke.
I think already, I mean, I know we were kind of having these same conversations and thought processes in towards map number 1 where RAkaze were just running away with their CT side, but you do really get worried about, is this game just dead in the water already? Or, you know, is this a question of too little too late already starting to build in our minds? Because it just doesn't really look at all comfortable or clean or concise for Wings Up. They don't look competitive. The rounds they have found have been inconvincing in a longer term aspect. It's not nice. It really is. And of course, on the other side, a lot of credit has to be given to RAkaze. They struggled and towards their T side. It was, you know, not great for them, to put it nicely, for especially those latter stages. It was 6-7 rounds on the trot for Wings Up, which even had us having the thought process and conversation on overtime, which didn't seem like a possibility at the halfway point. But they have really recouped their losses on towards the T side. They look a lot cleaner, a lot better in terms of decision making, and a lot of credit has to go towards Kaze.
When in doubt, go A. That is the mantra. And finally, Wings Up have actually adjusted. Come on. I mean, that's just... What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? This man is a monster. He's an absolute monster. Lan is going to be seething that he's losing these fights to a rifle like that. I mean, it's just not fair. It's just absolutely unfair. What on earth?
Credit, a lot of credit. Mercury, he's so scary. And Kaze, quite fierce himself. Bingo or fall, and for the remaining two, what do you do here? What do you even do? Potentially now flying might just hightail it. Keep that M4A1S ticking, because they have got not a lot to bring to the table. Mosaic, other ideas. 9-3, a 6-round lead already. And this is going to get further and further away from them. Messier and messier. God, Wings Up. You got to feel for them. They don't look like they're having any sort of sniff in towards Ancient. It's so one-sided.
Wow. Mercury. I need to start the fan club. This is... Come on. This is the prophet. This is the man. This is... Honestly, if he was European, he'd already be on a very good team.
Oh, agreed.
I just hope that RARADAM, or maybe different iterations of RARADAM, can break into, you know, at least an international sphere where we're seeing him on LAN,
yeah,
you know, X times a year. We might see him 2 or 3 times this year, but
yeah,
give this guy six LANs and he will make a mark.
100%. And the fact that he's not even that old as well is just the even scarier part as well. I mean, he's so talented. And, you know, at 21 years of age, it's not too bad. He got his whole career ahead of him. So talented. 4 kills in towards Nuke, and already 12-7, 110 ADR after 12 rounds played. Not too bad of a statistic to have under your belt. He's looking for more as well. This could work against a bit of a double stack here in towards Cave. Needs to be careful.
What's the first? LAN peaks, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. It just doesn't matter.
So
Both fall by the wayside. 4-on-2. I mean, Jamyoung somehow is looking like a CT player of his positioning. And yeah, it was just a half buy, but this has been as flat as the others. 10 rounds for RARADAM. It might have hit that score line on Nuke, but that was on the CT side. This is a different kettle of fish, and wow, Wings Up can't offer anything in defense. What? It's just an implosion. They just can't live with the level where Adam's throwing at them right now.
Agreed. I mean, this has just been, it's been one-way traffic, and it will continue to do so. Chalking, a tag is all he'll get for his measure there. 10-3. Off the back of what seemed like a fairly decent Nuke, and, you know, competitive at the very least on Wings Up. They've had nothing in towards Ancient. It is just not great at all. A 16-13 on paper. You look at that scoreline, you're thinking, okay, you know, of course we're at on the better side on their opponent's map pick, but a close affair. Not even remotely close towards map number 2. I think also we're seeing an inexperience from Wings Up on Ancient. It doesn't look comfortable for them. They're being consistently caught off guard with timings. Some of their U-tools not hitting as well, which is forcing them to be really uncomfortable. And yeah, I think there's definitely a world in which this isn't too well-versed of a map, and they more in their head were just thinking, right, get rid of Versgo, because we know how good RARADAM can be on it, and we'll just hope that they go into something we know a little bit better.
They just keep going, eh? They just love it. They just love it. And the really hard thing if you're LAN is you're trying to always be a step ahead. You're thinking, okay, I was A that round. Maybe they're not going to go to A again. And he's in the wrong place. And he can't find impact. Whilst on the flip side, Flying has been the only player to hold them in this series, in my opinion. He has been the only solid part. And he gets that smoke off just in time. Forces them back. And for the first occasion in a heck of a long time, we're looking at RARADAM and saying, it's your turn now to pull off a miracle, and that miracle has just become even more difficult.
Kaze. Nice. 3 before him. Still a lot more to be done. 2 versus 4. Bomb in hand and being spotted, tempting that rotation over, and a Molotov will come through as well. If they double back and find a donut player, that's A side completely open.
think win this fight. This could get exciting.
Uh-oh.
It's a good angle, though. Yeah. That's cheeky. Good off angle. RAkaze just find the frag, but this is the hardest site probably on the entire game to plant on. Oh my god.
Ooh,
There was a millisecond where I thought that we might be going front page Reddit, but not to be. Not to be. Good effort. We'll give him a lot of credit for that one.
Closer than it should have been. My days. RAkaze always
I didn't see that one
somehow
again.
makes
I
it
didn't see that.
competitive. Yeah, let's take a little look. Oh, that is lightning fast. He nearly got another off the back of it as well. Jesus. My days. Either way, fourth collective wings up. It's a bit of comfort to work off. Or more of a consolidation round. 15th and final of the half. RAkaze audit with double digits on T side. Are we going to get another 10-5 as we saw in towards Nuke?
This time LAN on location. Plenty of players here towards B, and Advent tucks himself in the cubby. Flash comes over, but it's not going to take up LAN. Great round from him so far. Been given the chances and he's capitalizing. It's only 2 remaining. Make it 1. The wings up. Look set to keep this clean. Indeed, they do. They make it up to 5. Oh, that's the problem. It's been such a stale half. RAkaze have looked brilliant on their map pick. And I just can't see any way back into this one. Hopefully they change their mind. We'd love to see a third map. But as it goes at the moment, RAkaze look primed to take this going into the second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com. love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Beautiful stuff thus far from the RARAdam boys. Of course, Nuke. It was actually the same scoreline at the half flip, but this feels like a different story. Now they're on the CT side. We know Mercury's been playing great. RAkaze's had a brilliant series. Advent, a player we expect to be a supporting element, has absolutely gone wild on a couple of rounds. And this is an uphill battle, and then some for Wings Up. They have to find Pistol. I just don't see a route back into this without this Pistol round, so all eyes on them. They've got to get something done.
Yeah. Aggressive mid-control is nice and actually tentative off the back of it. They take the control. Jam Young wants nothing to do with it. Just jiggle beacon. The second he spots off one, I'm sure he'll fall back and double up with RAkaze. Actually do exactly that. Yuta comes through, becking over the rotation as well. This is a good call. RAkaze will open things up. Jam Young holding. He'll be tested momentarily as he'll find one of his own. Land the 4 bomb shot. He's looking for seconds. He's getting peckish. But he overextends.
Oh, Mercury. Oh, my lord. Julie's in hand. Rattling away. And another nail hits the coffin. Not even a bomb plant. And what do you do if your Wings Up? You're going to eco and get AKs in the next. Allow RARAdam up to 12. Get money in the bank. It's a pick your poison scenario. And I'm just feeling bad for them because Nuke was, in essence, what could have been. They should have got more out of that T side. They picked into that map. They should have had more options. If they just collected 1 or 2 more rounds, we could be looking at, you know, a third map here. But it just feels like, it's rough to say, but maybe that opportunity's already gone. Maybe Ancient is just too far into the RARAdam camp for Wings Up to stand a chance.
It's just a horrible scenario in every way for Wings Up. Once again, trying to take contact out towards A, and RAkaze should be able to, for the most part, clean up a couple. Spotted out, one drop, looking for more, and I'll find it. It's so easy, so comfortable, never in doubt. And a flawless round for RARAdam. Brilliant from them, 12-5. And this is never looking, it's not looking in doubt at all anymore. 4 rounds, all they need for the map and the series and a semi-finals place.
I think there's also an aspect where some people might feel bad for Wings Up that they didn't play super high in the group. They got a bad initial matchup, but they determined their own destiny.
That's it.
They lost the games that put them in this position. They could have got a considerably easier matchup where they'd look like a different team and get further and be in a better position, not drop down to the lower bracket. But, you know, they made their bed. They got to sleep in it. And that bed is on fire right now. They need to call in the fire department because this is panic stations. This is emergency. They've got to do something.
If they don't take this force buy, this game's done. I mean, this is really, for me, against the bonus, the best opportunity they have to kickstart some momentum. Once again, looking out over towards 8. This time, only one player there to beat them. Jam Young and an MP9. Better B presence to come through. Jam Young's not spotting too much. He's just hoping and waiting for Pixel to work with... There it is. Flash will come through off the back of it. Swinging, looking for an aggressive fight. Taking it as well. But an A drop. There's Chalking and Gas to open things up.
What are they going to do? They're going to go for this? In essence, they've kind of got the money.
Yeah.
Considering it's a bonus. And with the confidence of the number of rounds they've clawed back, Land almost gives his life away. Flying, luckily, tucked in playing Anti-Flash, is there to bail out. And now we're asking too much of RAkaze. So it is a nice round. They had a good call, be it luck or a read, to go into the one player on A. And a clean conversion in the end. So crumb of comfort, but, you know, colossal amounts of work to do still for Wings Up.
Yeah, I mean, where we are right now, it's very hard to be in sort of a positive mindset and thinking, yeah, there's a world, right? Because for Wings Up, so much needs to be done for them, and consistency and consecutive rounds on the board hasn't been their best friend, especially in towards this map. Early opener, Chalking with 4. Get one more out of this Mosaic, makes it a double in towards mid. Brilliant control taken individually from him. And we saw WUgaSsS trying to do similar things in towards their CT side. Well, he's done it in such an effective manner. Still alive, still kicking in a 5 versus 3. And Wings Up, they are perplexed. What do they do now? 3 remaining alive. Where do they go?
I'm looking at WUgaSsS. I'm looking at WUgaSsS. He was their best player at Melbourne. He was their best player at Melbourne. And he's just got to win a duel outright. He's got to find Mercury. And there couldn't be a tougher man to take down. Flash comes in, reposition. Mercury's actually going to stick around for the duel. RAkaze can't help him with that Molotov. There's the frag. Okay. Maybe we should take notice. Mosea's low. RAkaze's on location. But with all this utility flying their way in, maybe they can deal with him, but RAkaze's in front of it. RAkaze repositions. 1 step ahead. And now 4v2. Wings Up need something unbelievable. Bob's going to get planted, but WUgaSsS is trapped, and it's not like Bingo's in a great position.
He's not. RAkaze needs to be careful. Taking a lot of damage. Bingo coming in for support as well. WUgaSsS, great swing. RAkaze to fall. And now the tables, they've turned. 2 versus 2. Jamyung low on HP. As Advent falls, it all comes down to the youngster. 44 points in a 1 versus 2. And yes, we know he's got the clutch ability, but they know exactly where he is. And he will drop. WUgaSsS, what a round from him. 4 kills to his name. As the conversation keeps ticking over, Wings Up, and they stay somehow in this map.
Listen, I'm not going to take credit for that round from WUgaSsS, but I'm going to take credit for that round from WUgaSsS. He's the man that the previous times I've seen this team, he's the playmaker. He's the one that gets the opportunity. He's always in the middle of the map. He's always in good fights. And finally, he has had a good map, but we haven't seen a highlight of that out of him so far. So thank God WUgaSsS is here. That's going to give them a little bit of confidence, a little bit of revitalization. But yeah, plenty of work to do. But this ego's keeping clean, and it'd be very nice for them. Just a bit of money in the bank, a bit of a buffer. So they're not just immediately back on the pistols when we know where Adam's going to arrive again.
Yeah, it's very clean now. As long as they don't really have any slip-ups, they shouldn't have too much of an issue. Should be a flawless round, no bother. And then we can kind of continue with, or maybe what is a response on the other side. For RAkaze, starting to slightly window on their CT side, and unfortunately for Mercury as well. And speaking of, we haven't really seen as much impact from that man Mercury. He's been lights out, both CT, T side on towards Nuke, and his moments are brilliant towards that first half as well. Slightly quieter on towards their CT. His impact hasn't been as much, and now we hope with a full buy coming out, potentially a little bit better from them. No AWP to challenge. So at least land at a little bit of an advantage when it comes to those long distance fights. Let's wait and see how things pan out for them. But overall, RAkaze, it's a bit of a janky force buy. You see kind of 3 FAMASs, or 4 FAMASs, may I say, and M4A1S is not exactly comfortable.
One way to look at it is they're prioritizing their utility instead. And my God, is that already gone to town? Mercury tagged up, but still finds the frag. And oh my Lord, did those nades do damage. A mortar strike on this lane position. Mercury's trying to find the AK. Look at him. He's such a weasel. Dancing through the smoke. He is... You got 9 HP, bro. Just stay alive. You don't need to do this.
I mean, if he just locks things out from here as well, he should be alright. Double stacking with Advent. Smoking as well. Are they even going to expect him? Probably not. He'll probably be alright. Just to park up. 9 points. RAkaze will fall.
Big kill. And Jamyoung's forced out in the open. Wow, how the tables are turned in this round. Scrambling to get back into position. Mosea on a flashbang gets in front. Do they know he's here? They certainly heard the tick. Oh, this is dangerous. Frags found. Mosea might be the Messiah on this occasion. That was spectacular. Fearless view through the flames. Oh, his feet are toasty with the frags. They make it all worth it. We're Adam up to 13, and just as things are looking up for Wings Up, they fly right into a building and they hit the ground.
Yeah, they're getting closer. Closer to that finish line. 3 rounds is all they need for the all elusive 16 on their map pick, and a 2-0 in this series. Moving on in towards that next stage. It's not job done just yet, but it seems probable that we'll get to that course. Another util coming through. AWP holding. Missed shot from Lan as well. Gives away his ruse. Off the back of it, met with a grenade. Again,
Massive stuff from RAkaze. Look at them.
yeah.
They're sat back. They're happy.
I was going to say as well, for Wings Up, you can kind of see for them, when they don't find that opening kill early doors into a round, they get a little bit kind of lost, right, in terms of what's the decision making. I think, you know, potentially a part of that has to go over towards Bingo in terms of how he mid-rounds and mid-round calls, but...
Look where he's playing.
Yeah.
Southside B. It's so difficult to coordinate your players. With how they're set up here, maybe there was a chance to take some mid control. They haven't seen a lot after those initial nades, but there's nobody there necessarily to call it. And I assume Bingo's still calling, but it's unorthodox. It can definitely work, but you will not see it from a top European team. So even so, we're regrouping in this one. A's the port of call. Molotov is going to isolate players out, and Gas actually gets out in front of it. Kazi didn't expect that. Jamyung's here. And, well...
Okay.
Well, not much to be said about that one.
How is that round falling away?
That's just the tilter.
Yeah. Even the pot flash as well. You're thinking, okay, cool. Pot flash, he catches 3 people blind by it, and he gets insta-domed anyway. So, I mean, you really hate to see it. And, of course, it's a save call around it. FAMAS M4 need to take across towards the next round because they haven't really got too much comfort in terms of their economy. Upgrade to come through. For Advent, it's our saving as best he can. I think they should be fine now. Slight bit of a call to hunt, ever so slightly sending one to have a little peek in, but I think for the most part, Bingo shouldn't really be given too much, and it should be those 2 rifles being taken over. Wings Up, still keeping this competitor, and this is already kind of showing signs of what we saw over towards Nuke, where Wings Up a slow starting side, first half not exactly their best work, but the second half they come alive, they start to find form, start to look somehow in this conversation, and they can continue like this. Potentially, once again, this could be way closer than we initially thought it would be. At 13-9, and a port's come off the back of it too. I think RAkaze are in a little bit of trouble. They're slightly, tensive, nervous. Calling for a pause. They understand that this is not exactly a great position for them to be in on their map pick, on the more favourable side of CT.
My God, has Gas come alive? We're not far off the territory and this sort of stat line that, scoreline that Mercury is at. We're only outside of it by probably a couple frags. Gas has been sensational. And he was actually quiet for a lot of the early parts of this game. It's really in the last 10 rounds where he just put his foot down. He just put his foot down and just decided that Wings Up are not actually done. Wow.
Good on him.
Credit. You still get the feeling in the back of your mind that it might be in vain, but this guy showed up to play on Ancient. He might not have been there on Nuke, but this makes up for it.
Agreed. I just also make you question as well. You look over towards another one of the heavy hitters, Child King. Really quiet from him this entire game. And maybe if he would have had or does still have the potential to have a little bit more impact, could be a different story. 2 players firing on all cylinders. It could be a completely different case. Now, around that M4AK, the buy is so minimal. So they're essentially expecting to lose this one. Flying towards the next. Flying for one. Can't think we trade with the USPS, but they're dropping like flies now towards the A site.
Keep an eye on Mercury. He's got the gun. Molotov. It's actually going to tag him. I thought it might not be smoke there. Oh, no. Oh, not planted. And the man to watch out for now is Advent. Oh, my Lord. Not like this. 2 saved weapons. Comes down to a 2-on-2. Advent repositioning. They must be so scared of a player coming in from A main, but he's gone back towards Donut, and I mean, in what world are they ever going to expect this? Mercury, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't even get that far. Mercury decides it's over. And again, it's another one of those rounds where, can you even imagine being in the Wings Up team speak right now? They just get to the moment where maybe there's a chance of getting this to overtime, and then they lose against 2 rifles.
I think,
wow.
For them, it's exactly what we saw over towards Nuke. The same thing. Just they find comfort, and then it all crumbles apart. And if it's going to pan out anything like Nuke, this one should be done in a matter of moments. Potentially the last full buy we see for Wings Up as well. Lose this, RAkaze find 15, and it shatters the economy of the T side. And well, those Wings already looking a little bit clipped right now. For Wings Up, you've got to feel for them. So close yet so far. And this is where you go back to that conversation about if they performed a little bit better in groups, they could have a much deeper run. And I got a little bit more comfortable with the whole playoff bracket as a whole, rather than meeting the Titans of RARatum in game number 1. That's where you have to find consistency across the whole season. You can't be picking up 2 losses on the trot to open up your Challenger League Season 43 season. For them, Wings Up, there's a lot to look back at the end of this season. And of course, the end of this game. So many opportunities. And this could be the end of it.
If you were a LinVision or IHC of the world, you were rubbing your hands when you saw that RARatum drew Wings Up this early on.
Yeah.
But after seeing this performance, if anything, I'd be more scared. I'd be watching RARatum here and saying, yeah, sure, it's not been entirely perfect, but they've clearly shown so much class. And look at Kaze assassinating people left and right of the donut. 3 already found, surely set to be 4. Lan does get the trade to end the highlight package, but it's not going to make any difference. Bomb retrieved, but the hopes are still left on the floor. RARatum, a set for 15.
Yeah, he's out as well. 1 bullet left in the chamber for him. What to do with it? 1 versus 4. This is a grim scenario. A bomb plant's not even likely as well, with Mercury tucked in towards ramp. The rotation of Advent coming over to support. They're just going to play a 2-2 split. Play for the trades, play for contact, and play to see this one off. Potentially. There was nearly open a chance on overextension, but it won't be given. And time will tick over. Orp saving towards the last, but look at the money. Look at Wings Up. I think, Alan, this one's done, mate. An Orp. And very, very little to support. It's not even like Lan can drop as well. Horrible scenario.
6 series points. 6 series points. This is going to be the easiest. Lan has that AWP, but we just truly haven't seen any impact really on this T side. It's been Kaze to find every opening pick. It's been Kaze to win out in that one-on-one when it has transpired. And elsewise, it's not like RARatum are presenting a lot of opportunities to that AWP. Lan's got to work for it. And we just haven't seen that so far in this half. Too complacent. Not proactive enough. And as we can see, there might be some, presence over here from Wings Up towards A, but RARatum have all the information. They've 2 stacks that aggressive B area. They've called the rotation. Advent's fairly nearby. Smoke's being deployed, and Wings Up are like a deer in the headlights. They don't know what to do.
Well, you really can't feel too comfortable for them. They're going in towards mid. Advent holding, waiting. Open, off angle, but he wants it in the fight. So drop the bomb. He's looking for more as well. 1 kill, 2. Not quite that third, but Cardale coming for support as well. Mercury seeing it off as 1 man remains alive. Gas. He's had a lights out performance in towards this map. 28 kills. And he'll finish on 29. Ladies and gentlemen, 2-0 in the series as RARatum move in towards the semi-finals and Wings Up drop in towards the lower bracket. You really got to feel for them. They drew the toughest of opponents, the shortest of straws, in towards their first round of playoffs. But it's a wake-up call. Can they find form in the lower bracket? We'll have to wait and see. But RARatum, scary to say the least.
Truly